Become a patron at www.patreon.com/Golden Era Bookworm for hard to find books, scans of rare photos, and articles on the Golden Era of bodybuilding. Hi everybody, Golden Era Bookworm here. Today I'd like to introduce to you Dick Torio, a Silver Era legendary bodybuilder and wrestler from the 1950s. Dick Torio showed great promise as a bodybuilder early on, but like many, turned to wrestling later on in his career. And today I'd like to pay homage to this legend of wrestling who passed away on September 2016 at the age of 84. As you can see from this phenomenal classic side chest pose, Dick Torio possessed a strong Herculean physique like many from the Silver Era. And today I'd like to also share some of his early career biography, as well as his strength feats and training ideas, and share some rare photos of his bodybuilding and wrestling days from the 50s. Enjoy. Now, looking at his early biography, let's have a read at this photo here, and you can get the idea of Dick Torio. He's unlike many of these Silver Era bodybuilders that started off as weaklings or very sickly and then turned to strongmen. Unlike these guys, Dick Torio actually had a very good start to his career. You can read that here in this photo. Even before he touched the weight, Dick Torio was bigger and better developed than the average youth of his age, as shown in the before picture directly above. However, weight training developed his full physical potentialities, as shown in the after picture, which I'll show you after. At 15 years of age, he actually joined the Lincoln High School in Jersey City in 1945 and began his athletic career, becoming very adept at gymnastics, swimming, football, and track and field. And as for example, as captain of the gymnastic team, he was already taking the city title in the long horse on the first year. And as another example, in the swimming, he was already breaking records in the 50-yard freestyle. However, later on, his right arm was broken in several places, and he had 2 metal inserts placed, which left some severe scarring. And he took on to weight training after that. Now at 20 years of age, here are his measurements. He stood 5'9" and weighed about 200 pounds, and his arms were now 17¼ inches, with forearms relaxed at 13½, a chest of 47 inches, and thighs of 25. Not bad for an all-round athlete. Now, I reckon Dick Torio looks a lot like Dennis Tenorino, who was a famous bodybuilder from the 60s, 70s, and 80s, and competed in the Olympia, I believe, in the 80s and in the 70s. He was pretty strong, Dick Torio. He was very, very strong. Here are some of his strength feats. For example, he would do a full squat with 320 pounds for 30 repetitions. Now, I don't know about you, but that takes a lot of effort. That is 30 repetitions with over 300 pounds. That's incredible. A bench press of 310 pounds. And for example, his training principles that he really enjoyed were forced repetitions and the flushing system, which I've described several times now, which basically is nowadays called the pumping kind of system, where you group certain exercises together. For example, for squats, it would be leg curls, leg extensions, squats, leg press, etc. So he enjoyed using those particular training principles in his workouts. Also interesting is that he liked to create his own exercises, and unfortunately the article written by Barton Horvath on Dick Torio doesn't go into great detail as to the exercises that he came up to develop his physique, and that would have been really, really interesting to to talk about. He also enjoyed using isometric contractions to bring out muscular detail, as is evident in these particular photos that I've been sharing. Now, like many Silver Era bodybuilders back in the day, his idols actually included Steve Reeves, Reg Park, and George Eiferman, who are undoubtedly some of the absolute legends from the Silver Era of bodybuilding, as shown in these classic, iconic photos. I mean, look at Reeves, Reg Park, Eiferman. They all look like statues. It's beautiful, Herculean aesthetic physiques. Now, later on in Dick's career, he actually turned to wrestling, just like many from the Golden and Silver Era of bodybuilding. Here are some awesome shots of Dick Torio in his wrestling days, and here we see him against his opponent, who he's got in a headlock. Here are some more photos I actually pulled off the internet of Dick Torio during his wrestling heydays from 1953 and 1954. Now, if you'd like to learn more about the training methods of the champions from the silver and golden era of bodybuilding, such as Reg Park, Steve Reeves, Don Howarth, Chuck Sipes, Sergio Oliva, please visit my website www.goldenerabookworm.com, where you'll find out-of-print books and courses on old school bodybuilding. So I hope you've enjoyed this video on Dick Torio, bodybuilder and wrestler from the 1950s, from the silver era of bodybuilding. Hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't to the Golden Era Bookworm. Leave me your comments and thank you for watching. If you'd like to support my research and the videos that I continually produce, please donate via PayPal, or please become a patron on my Patreon account, www.patreon.com/Golden Era Bookworm. You can also support me by visiting my website, www.goldenerabookworm.com, where you'll find many out-of-print books and courses from old school bodybuilding. You can also get in touch if you wish to pass on your magazines or books on old school bodybuilding. Anyway, that's it for me. Hope you enjoyed the video. This is the Golden Era Bookworm. Bye for now. And for an entertaining look at the history of bodybuilding's supplement industry, I would highly recommend watching Subs the Movie, which I have collaborated in, available at Amazon Prime and Vimeo.
Hi everybody, I just want to recommend this phenomenal book, Vince's Secret Locker, volume number 2 by Carl Coyne. I've been looking at this for about 4 weeks and I can't put it down. If you get a chance, check it out. He also has a part 1 that I highly recommend also. Vince was the trainer to the stars and had an amazing, interesting gym that today there's still not equipment like it around. It was all made out of wood. He'll be on our radio show coming up probably in the next couple weeks or so. Have a great day, and again, highly recommend this book.